Well, I was born in 1919 in a saloon. It had been a saloon in Emory, and they moved it from Emory down here for my uncle and aunt to live in. Mom went over there to have me. We lived here at the ranch with my uncles and my aunts. It was long before we ever had any machinery. There were so many of us lived in this house. There was a bunch of us. We all got together and we played games together. We played outdoors together. We did all of these things. And as little kids, we used to play auntie, over, that would be over the bunkhouse. We'd play run, sheep, run, and then we'd divide up into two groups. And then one group would go out and hide, and then the others would try to find them. And it was a cinch. All you had to do was watch the horses, and the horses would look down, look down, and you'd say, "That's where they are." And this one year, when we were just little kids, we hadn't even started school yet, and we were sleeping out in the yard in the tent with my mother and my aunt, and we could hear the horses crying, and then we could smell the smoke, and the barn was on fire, and all the horses were burned. It was very tragic. A neighbor was drunk, and his mother kicked him out, so he came down to sleep it off down at our place, and he put his horse in the barn because the other horses were there, and he went up in the haymow to sleep it off, and he didn't know where he was, so he struck a match, and it was full of hay, and it started to fire, and that's what started the fire. Only one horse got out, and it ran. I can see it running down the road. But it went back. It got back to the fire. They were all died. They all died. As the grass grew, and they needed everybody to work in the hayfield, and so they put me to work as the derrick boy. That rake and I and that team of horses, I'll tell you, we just raked that till it would look like it had been swept, brushed, and that was fun. Oh, that was fun. At that time, we didn't have stock cows like we did later on. Later on, we got just, little by little, we built the herd up and got Hereford cattle. And we just had a bunch of bum cows and calves. It's important to get good food, knowing that you're going to get good food, that you are raising it yourself. Oh, it's just a wonderful way to live.